Thank you for tuning into the Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Arael Marrocco. Peter is the director of the 12th Division of the ACIO, Advanced or Alien Contact Intelligence Organization. Jessica is a galactic liaison and interdimensional seer. Together, they will discuss the most current updates from the ACIO, Council of Five, and other extraterrestrial sources. Make sure to post your questions and comments below. Disclosures, insider intel that keeps you updated with planetary changes.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Disclosures. We have a Q&A session today. We'll be covering a lot of the questions from not only this show, but from last show, the show before then, and just, reviewing everything that people have been asking for a while, trying our best to provide the information that we can. And, meanwhile, a lot of things are happening in the back end that people are not aware of, things that we can and cannot discuss. So we're just, there's a lot going on. So without further delay, I'm going to bring Peter in and say hello.
Yeah, I just want to say hello to you, Jessica, and to all of our regular and maybe not so regular listeners, so maybe there will be the stuff what we believe will be minor change, and it will be maybe a bigger change or big change. I don't know, it's so weird. So crazy.
I mean, what's happening in the world right now?
No, it's behind the scene, and people can be like, goddamn good. It's goddamn good that they don't know what's really going on.
Yeah, because I think there would be nervous, anxious.
It's like if there is a COVID, if there is a war, or not only Ukraine war, Russian war, but any other wars, like within Arabic countries, world, part of the world, or whatever. Practically anything, humanitarian crisis, whatever. It's like in comparison with that, what I'm talking about, it's nothing, because those are, and I will not watch my language, definitely, those are bastards, and they were opening this, we are calling them needles, right? Needles. Yeah. That's the reason why I was so, let's say, I was bad at you. I wasn't good at you, before we started the show recording. I was kind of like that, like unpleasant at you. And what is it like about? Needles. Of course, you know what needle is for. But in this context of what we are talking about, let's start to imagine wormhole. Yeah, this is the largest stuff possible, right? And in the wormhole, there is a needle. It's like, okay, fine. So it is, let's say, something what is the smallest of smallest possible, right? But why it is this needle-ish? Because it is not only one. I mean, let's say not only one like one, but something what looks like a needle and works like a needle. but what is it for? Because they started mirroring, and they started mirroring the universe. I mean, like, go to hell with mirroring. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's pretty much like time paradox or context of existence paradox, aka you cannot, quote in quotes, delete yourself. That means, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, go to one room or whatever with your own, how can I say it? Personality from another timeline on. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because it will not gonna end well. And this is the problem. This is the problem. Nobody knows what will happen. Nobody knows what will happen. There is only one thing what we know. It will not gonna end well. But do you know what is the main part of no, my bad. There is another problem. Let's say because it is not one, right, or two of those, you know, like problems. I mean, they've got the problems and they start to mirroring or to mirrored. They mirrored multiple parts of universe, but they crashed to each other, and this is the problem. Not physically, because once they will crash physically, it will be like, hey, Peter, stop, this is bullshit. No, because if they will do that, we will be at least like, okay, fine. It's gone. They are gone. Period. They are gone. But we don't know what the heck is going on, because they are black holes, you know, gray holes, the white holes, and whatever. We don't know. We don't know what's happening because of this, of needle portals. And
Are they like quantum? Are they quantum, Peter? The needles? Is that where you're saying they're very tiny and hard to see?
Yes. Yes. How can I say? Okay. It's pretty much like, you know, once you are washing windows, yeah, and you are trying to do it as hard as you can because you want to make it properly. And what the heck is going on in every single angle? It's so great, it's so nice, and you go to see a certain angle and this is so bad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And this is like that. That's pretty much, that's literally the same situation. And what's the problem? They started to crash each other, or to crashing to each other, and that's the problem.
Is this a portal to crash?
Not physically, but
Peter, excuse me for a second. Is this, just for clarity's sake, are you talking about the portals crashing into each other, or this group that you mentioned?
No, not group. Which kind of group you mean?
The porcupine group, or these creatures?
No, of course not group. I'm talking about parts of the universes. They are they are how can I say it? They are mirroring each self, and the stuff is the stuff is that it is pretty much like accordion. Do you know what
Accordion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means sometimes they are very close to each other, and other times it needs to. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They are getting far away, and that's it.
I've seen that. Yes, I've seen that in working with clients. I've been seeing that recently.
But do you know what is
very
crazy?
weird.
Do you know what is crazy? Once they are super close to each other, and I mean it super close to each other, right? The risk is there is some sort of, or there are, I don't know, electromagnetic power, what do we have? Do you know what I'm trying to say? All kind of stuff we pretty much have. I'm thinking electromagnetic power. You know, this need to be edited. I've got it. Gravitation, right? So
Yeah.
everything is mutually, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like mutually, how we can say it, how we can call it, like making problems to each other. So this is this part of problem, and once it is getting even more and more and more and more, do you know what I mean? I mean making more and more space. This is like a portal, but this is the stuff. It is, and this is the stuff. This is other stuff. This is the problem. Many people are saying like, what the heck, insider, are you talking about? This is straight ass bullshit. No, it is not. Because it is mirroring, okay? It is not regular, it is mirroring. In between those ones, parts of the universe, or parts of universe, there are, I mean, the you know, everything what we can possibly, how can I say, imagine, like mass, do you know what I mean, or solids, are dozens, maybe hundreds times lighter. Do you know what I mean? So pretty much everything gets getting fast, and we don't know what will get, what will get stuck in between it. And this is our literal situation. This is our literal situation. What is going on? Just by the way.
Well, that sounds like, you know, a real, a larger than life situation, when the universe is literally hitting itself, and yeah, I mean, it could be very detrimental, but I know that these type of things happen in nature, that whether we are here or not, these type of things happen. But I think we humans been tampering with things.
I want to disagree with you. Yes, they are happening, but not in that kind of scale, because we created this kind of, you know what I mean, unreliability of the whole stuff.
You mean the scientists and people that have been tampering with the like CERN and some of these others that are?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
We knew that was going to happen. I mean, the universe does know how to correct itself to a certain degree, but we're adding other things that are not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And,
yes, and it's pretty much like, it's like, do you really believe that you can do so? Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's like, do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, the child is small, and you can, I don't know how many, not times, dozens times, say to her or to him, not to go to kitchen. Do you know what I mean? Just open it and get the small hand there, and he or she start crying, and it's like, no, don't do that, don't anything stupid. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's it. What it is not like Mother Nature, I mean, like here on Earth is doing, but Koni, it's mean like universal laws from universe. They are doing it. Do you really believe that you are so good, and you really believe that you can do anything, everything? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
well, yeah, it's like a child thinking they can fly, and they try to jump out of a window from a second story or higher. And yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah. But it's unfortunate because not all of us are in agreement. I know a lot of people would say that they would like those facilities shut down. And why is it that no one is interfering and intercepting them and stopping them from doing these things?
The thing here is, so many people, let's say so many people, not people, so many intelligent beings are trying to do so, and in this phase, in this stadium of our evolution, we are not doing anything bad at all, but because it was 2 years, right? So it was like, hey, 2-second celebration, second year celebration, because it was April 26th, 2020. Once we get out, we got completely stopped and whatever.
Of the construct that was created by Monarch.
Yes.
Right. So we got freed from that, and then, yeah.
And from the Matrix, from Mobius, but the stuff is great, but it is not like, you know what I mean, because it's like,
it didn't happen immediately.
Because look, there are residual effects. Many people are, I will say, I will not watch my language, and I don't know if our technician Rolf want or not, didn't want to beep it, but the stuff is that it's not like beep. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It is not like beep it. It's like residual effects will be there, and it is not, because people are very upset, and not upset, they are pissed off. And once again, I'm saying how it is. They are pissed off, right? I'm saying how it is, Because
Yes, they are.
there are only two ways how to name the things. Be honest, or saying, nah, do you know what I'm trying to say? And people will be so happy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what I mean? But okay, go ahead. The thing is, all of those things with residual effects and whatever, pretty much, there are two ways how to do things. Either we will have residual effects and it will be complicated, and do you know what I mean, so many people, I don't know what, and it will take time, energy, and thinking, do you know what I mean, and we will be talking about that and whatever. Or there will be another, or there is, sorry, another way how to do it. No, because they were doing this experiment, and just by the way, this is not a coincidence. Sorry, that wasn't coincidence. They wanted to stop a reactor. Beep, AZ5 in Chernobyl, and boom, explosion. So okay, it's easy. They don't want any residual effects, but what happened? That's a question. You know what happened. I mean, pretty much not you, me, you, anybody. Most people in the world know what happened there. You know. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you set something in motion and then it incorporates something else and brings in it like a velocity of movement, right? And when you try to step on those brakes, everything's still moving.
So if you are using emergency brake, I mean, try to think what will happen with the train.
Right. It's a train or a vehicle, you put emergency brake on and you drive into 100 miles an hour. What happens to the car, everything in the car?
Yeah.
You just, the car itself would probably flip by trying to put it to a full halt, and just the momentum and everything. But it's much more complex than that. That's the simplest way to describe it. And
No,
so
I mean, pretty much you get it. Yes, it's, huh? Yeah, it's as you
so it's easier to start it up and start these things in motion, but it's a gradual process in order for it to get to the point where it's at right now with these quantum computers and
yes, because it's pretty much like, yeah, like, just by the way, it's like we don't want to talk about like Chernobyl accident,
right.
but there was because there was VVER, what is was like water changed reactors, and this they used in Chernobyl, VVIR, right? And why? It was like, yeah, it's so good, very powerful, easy to, how can I say it? Easy and cheap to build and whatever. So, okay, what in the world is, or where in the world is the problem? Yeah, what is the problem? Just say, easy. The reactor can be, quote unquote, poisoned by very unstable xenon isotope. That means, okay, how can I say it? From time to time, they need to stop power, because do you know what I mean? Like the active zone, like to cool it and whatever. They don't know one important thing. And once they get the power down, it is absolutely crazy. This xenon start to get to do you know what I mean, to be all around in the reactor. It simply start to create itself.
Yeah, it becomes a whole other.
Yes. And so long story short, what happened, the very same, but it was only smaller accident happened in near Snowybor 75 in 1975. But there was the guy, right, who write the stuff about the whole accident, and he was like, okay, this reactor is, he was like, okay, it is not bad, but we need to make this, the whole situation, as a warning. You need to do this, you first, that, then, do you know what I'm trying to say? Don't do anything stupid, you need to, but try to guess what happened. No, they simply absolutely they is like, no, you are you idiot, we don't want you and your, how can I say it, your research, or what it was about, and he was, I was like, okay, but this is very serious stuff. And he was like, okay, so you have two options pretty much. Either you want to, you insist to get your research, you know, outcomes of your research here, to that was kind of, I don't know, some sort of book, but you will be, I don't know, in you know, in Siberia, you know, or it's not a big deal, because reactor is absolutely quotes and quotes normal. And he was like, do you know, F you guys. So that was how, no, that's what happened. So they literally said him that whatever he will do, and you know, despite he got the situation, yes, situation was dangerous, but once there will be certain processes, do you know what I'm trying to say? The disaster didn't necessarily need to happen. They simply don't get this onto, how can I say it, this kind of, in quotes and quotes, instruction manual, right? And that's the reason why it happened, Chernobyl disaster.
Peter, I have another example. Maybe that might be helpful for those.
Sorry, I'm just saying, because it's weird. I mean, sorry, weird.
Yeah.
So
the strong halt or stop is dangerous, but it also can be applied to time travel. You know how there's that, it can cut you, literally, when you are...
Don't tell me about this. This is crazy.
Right? So it's the same thing. You can't just, if you cut something off too soon, it can literally, do some serious damage, right? If you don't know what you're doing regarding time travel.
Yeah, you are absolutely...
Same thing, same type of principle, because you're working with these different realities that are colliding in a way. So anyhow, that's the stress and the challenge that is constantly happening with the ACIO. Yeah, because they're working from the other end and seeing things that a lot of people cannot see.
Yes,
but
I'm just saying what or respectively how it was, yeah.
Right.
That pretty much, if they didn't, if they will know, because all the personnel, the stuff, they were not stupid guys. They know what they were doing, the experiment. But once they didn't get all those instructions, do you know what I'm trying to say? And pretty much this is exactly what you say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And plus, meanwhile, you have other type of infestations of things that come in at the same time. Everything's sort of happening at the same time, and creates problems.
I was, for example, I was in, this, in this mountains, Fagarash, and this so nice, no. Sorry, my bad. In Romania, but this is Jesus Christ. It's hell. It's drive to hell. It's like, I don't know.
It's called Fagarash.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, nice. This is so yeah, this is so nice. This is so nice. So nice. I mean, but this road to hell, this is road to hell. Because it's like, how I don't know. It's 7 or 8. No, it's 8. I approximately 8 months in here. It's pretty much, you can't go in with normal car. Only with very specific, like custom made off-road, or I don't know, some sort of, I don't want to say tank, but do you know what I mean, like army cars or whatever, armed forces cars. But Jesus Christ, those scenarios.
So you were, is there like an overlay there or something, or what exactly?
Yes.
Wow. So is that new? Did that just happen?
No, that definitely not new. I'm just saying that, how can I say, it's not new, But what it is the capacity of portal, it gets like almost 4 times bigger. What is quite impressive for my point of view.
Are some of those beings there like Vlad the Impaler or Dark Pictures Anthology? The bat-like creatures, are they there? Is that what you're talking about? Or
Yeah.
So are they getting into things or doing?
Yeah.
I went to a museum.
I'm saying this is absolutely crazy because if you can, jeez.
It's interesting you said this because I went to it was like a very wealthy home that was converted into a museum, and I literally saw one of them floating across the floor.
Yep.
So they're very active right now.
I mean, this is crazy. If you will go to Fagarash, but it's like no, I don't want to look there. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
What?
No, I'm just saying that's.
What?
So there's a house here.
Yeah.
Was this
in those houses, people, so many people, they don't want to be there because in those houses they don't want to spend night there because it's pretty much like you know
haunted.
What? Yes.
Haunted, yeah, haunted, but also there's these off-world beings there, he's saying. Yeah. Let's see what else they have for that's one of the background from these mountains. And here's a synagogue that was there. And who's this guy?
It's like, I just want to say, it's pretty much something like Povaglia in Venice. You don't know?
No, who is this?
Povaglia. I mean, this kind of island. This kind of island.
Island. Okay. Yeah.
In Venezia, right?
Venice. In Venice.
In Venice.
Okay.
And the thing is that in Fagarash, nobody wants to be there. It's like, yeah, that's true. Nobody.
But are they trapped there? He's saying, like they're in like some kind of weird reality, and they're sort of trapped.
Pretty much some sort of.
Here's an abandoned chemical plant that they have there.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the 5G towers. That's weird.
Why do you think it is weird?
All right, so are they projecting this stuff into the rest of our reality? Is that what they're doing?
No, they are. People, us normal people are desperately trying to get the heck out of this portal or whatever, but they are trying to, how can I say, to guess the right amount of dosage, because once you have small, it doesn't work, and once you have too much, it causes even more problems and bigger problems. So do you know what I'm trying to say? Jeez.
You mean the people were infected, so they need a dosage of something? Can you say what the dosage is, or is that not?
No. I am not saying. I'm saying dosage of something. What is stopping of opening the portals? Okay.
Okay.
This is much big difference. Oh, this is crazy.
It says they're located in the foothills of these mountains, the Fagarish Mountains, on their northern side, on the east side of the city, between an abandoned field and a gas station, lies the geographical center of Romania. It's like it's
Yeah, but I'm talking about the whole stuff. Do you know what I mean? All the stuff. It's total crazy, jeez.
Well, this is a reflection of it. This is why, I say reflection. You see this picture is a reflection of the building here. The citadel, or I don't know if this is a fortress or military space at one time. Yeah. And so
do you know what? From my point of view, everything of this is absolutely crazy. I mean,
so that's affecting our context of existence right now.
For many times, that's pretty much like Ceausescu, Nicolae Ceausescu. He was president and whatever. He was like, do you know what I'm trying to say? He was building this. The road, Fagarash.
I'm trying to look at this flag right here. I don't know why it was reminding me of the Ukraine.
You are saying, I am silent.
But am I right, or is this?
I am silent.
Okay.
No.
All right. So
I am not saying anything.
So this is where we're having problems with the Ukraine. That's not good.
I'm silent.
Get out of here.
I am just saying how.
And they have two fish. Is that supposed to be like the Vesica Pisces, or like the
No,
or
no,
is
no. Right, you are right. No, you are right.
So that one going one direction, but if you put them together, they're like never ending, kind of.
Yeah. No, you are right. You are right. Huh? Yeah, you're right.
See what else is here. Then there's some pictures of some people. Who is this? The Radu Negru, the legendary ruler of Wallachia. Are some of these they're old, right? But are they still around, walking around? Like immortals?
You can bet.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that creates problems.
And they don't forget, and that's the problem. Like, is the same stuff as I've got with one. We know, and that was the promise. I was like, I didn't do any type of promise. No, I did.
So they were the castle was used as a stronghold by the communist regime.
Yeah.
See when that was. It didn't say. During the 1950s, it was a prison for dissidents. 1989 was a revolution, a disappearance of most of its industries following the 1989 revolution. So those people must be really struggling.
You are right.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
So well, I mean, is this where Azov's coming from? Because there's all this World War II, local Germans as
Pretty
well as
much, pretty much,
wow.
pretty much.
Well, Peter, you're the only one that has, identified some of these things.
Hey, look, pretty much, I need to say this once again. It is not I am or whatever. There are many people, they know it. But
they know it, but not when he's
people,
talking about it.
people don't want to, people don't want to talk about that. And that's the difference. Believe me, big difference.
Well, it's interesting because you had mentioned early on when the pandemic happened, we're not going to get into naming certain things because of obvious reasons, but you had mentioned early on about the influence of snakes. And you said that when we all find out that we're going to laugh, you not mocking us, but that we would see it was so obvious. And someone, came out and said that it was from the venom.
Give me a second. Did I ever, never, ever say something what was absolutely nonsense?
No, Peter, I haven't been around you all these years. To be honest with you, and I'll be completely straight with the public, if the things that you said didn't come true, I would not have stayed with you. As much as I like you, Peter, don't be offended, but I mean, if you were not, if the things that you were saying were not accurate, and I say that even with people that say that they're psychic, if their track record is they say something is going to happen, or they're doing, they're pointing out certain things and it's not accurate, at least a certain percentage it should be, in order to validate that you are, have the ability, then you have to be able to prove what you're saying at some point. And if you keep on saying things over and over again and it's never happening, or you have people just keep putting off and waiting and blaming other things or other people, it's not happening then. And so, to be honest with you, I don't have a lot of patience with that. I have probably less patience because I feel like people shouldn't do that to other people. Either you know or understand something, or you don't. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but at least have some kind of track record that you're able to validate some of your information. And yeah, I would not still be working with you if that was the case, because publicly I'm the one, it's my face that people see, and it's people sort of know where I live, and and that's a little lesson for everyone that is talking about things publicly. If you are claiming certain things, and people will eventually, not for me, I mean, I'm not a problem to anybody, but eventually those that are committing or changing or altering their life according to someone's information, and then it doesn't go in that direction, you're going to have to deal with that. You have to be responsible for that. So I personally would not support you if I didn't believe in what you were saying. You were able to validate information about me personally that no one else did. And I've met a lot of psychics in my life, many, because I used to do fairs, and I've been doing this stuff for over 20 years. And so anyhow, people can look at your old information and see the stuff that you've said, and they can say, oh, that actually happened. And at the time, people just didn't believe, and they didn't fully understand. And I tell people too, it's not negative information, it's information. It's information that
but what the heck should we do? I mean, should we rather say lies, and I will say it as it is, bullshit? No, I mean, it's for real. It's like,
that's, what, Peter, I think we're kind of climbing over that mountain, and people are, they're who have been following us, they go back, they look at the other shows, and they bring it up in some of the comments because they know they've been listening. And then there are those that come in and they get hung up on, whether they don't like, my hairstyle or something, or they, you know, they don't like your
Sorry.
accent. They don't, you know what I mean? It's something that's fine. You know, you go and gravitate to
So
whatever
you
it is that
literally
they.
like something what is absolutely, let's call it ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but unfortunately, you know, first impressions have a big impact on people, and if someone sort of makes a comment in the background and starts, you know, saying, we've had a lot of people in the background sort of saying, accusing us of lying, or that we oh, not necessarily lying, but sort of, you know, accusing you of being Anunnaki or something ridiculous, or accusing us of, not being military. Because what you know, it's like people are saying, well, Peter's not really in the military. Peter, is that? I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, I never said I was in the military. I've, you know, definitely connected to being a super soldier, but in this time period right now, I mean, in my physical, you know, 3D life or whatever, I was never in the military, but I know the military because I've been, you know, in the SSP. But you, in your lifetime, have been in the military, but people have said you're not military.
It's
You're not.
pretty much all the time. It's like, I mean, of course, I wasn't like a professional, right? But pretty much it's since I was in puberty. I mean, teenage. You know, I tried. It was very like a hobby for me. And then since I was 18, I applied for military academy, and it was like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know, I mean, people will say, and unfortunately, others listen, and they go over that, and you know, they'll come back and say, yeah, but I heard that, you know, you guys are not associated with the military, or you know, Pine Gap isn't, you know, there's nothing in Pine Gap, and you know, just like a little, I don't know if they're just trying to poke at us to see if this is actually true, or and that's fine too. I mean, I want to know the truth, but then it gets to a point where it's just discrediting, and it's just because maybe they're people are questioning something, or you know, the viewers, they like to mess around with the public and see if they can get them to agree. But you know, we've had people even recently saying things that were completely inaccurate, accusing us of giving other people headaches and other, or messing around with some kind of what do you call it?
Oh man.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But anyhow, we're not even going to go there. I mean, it's anyhow, wherever you want to go right now, Peter, it's up to
No,
you.
it's just go ahead. Go ahead. We've got that the Q&A.
All right, so I'm just going to read the questions to you, Peter, and you're going to answer the questions, okay?
Go ahead.
All right. So this question is from Roman Makarov. You know Roman, you've talked to him before.
Okay.
He has two questions for you. The first one, could you please ask Peter to better explain the term context of existence? I understand it in general terms, but more details would be appreciated. For example,
existence, it's pretty much anything what you can or what you want to imagine. So if you don't have any particular specific information, if it is timeline, if it is reality, if it is, I don't know, another what, another universe, megaverse or dimension, you are using simple this and that's it. So if you don't know, you will simply do this and that's it. You know what I mean? It's easy.
so essentially it's all our reality right now that we understand, and that includes parallel realities as well, because that was part of his question.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
right. And does one get to another context physically only through a portal, How does that work?
Yes, that's it. Okay. We can move because pretty much like I love people. They are way too smart, and I'm not saying this is an affront or like provocation, whatever. That they know that much that they are asking, and the answer is in the question. Do you know what I mean? That's right.
So I have this other question from Mysterious Endless. Hey, Jessica, I've thought I had a connection to Odin because a raven landed on my shoulder when I was 16 or so. I was going with a raven to a kiosk nearby, and a little child saw me with a raven at the kiosk and said to his dad, "There is a raven man." I walked with it for about 3/4 of an hour, and so I thought that was really nice. I wanted to share that, and yeah, a raven is always a symbol of Odin, and
I know.
thanks for sharing that. Next question, Noel Gatt. Thank you, Jessica. My daughter educated me on Philip K. Dick. So imaginative and possible. I believe you because I feel the truth. Love, Canadian gal. So that's another thank you to us.
Yeah, I'm very happy for that.
Satsu, she said, Humel Kukshem, thank you for advocating out or looking out for humanity. She's from a native tribe in the western part of Canada. Marianne 237. Do you have any positive updates, maybe about ARC ships that have been discovered? I like the information that you guys share, but I'm just wondering why this topic isn't being talked about. Thank you. So
yes, they are. Let's say the stuff is that they are in maintenance mode because you know, it's like they are huge and they are 3 types, right? They are cargo ships. They are there is huge. It's mothership, so it can move. I mean, fly, but it's very slow. It's unpractical. Then there is cargo, smaller cargo, and there is another smaller, but it's for combat. And of course, sorry, my bad. So not 3, my bad, 4, because the fourth last one, smaller one, it's for I don't know, something like medicine or whatever, some sort of, you know, how can I call it, you know, like jeez, I can't.
That's okay. You know, maybe we can do a show that
no,
covers.
I got it. So some sort of medical scientific purposes. So that's it. This need to be edited. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. So that's it.
Okay, and maybe at some point you'll talk about what the ARC ships, because I know that some people are saying that there's an ARC ship over there in the Ukraine, and that things are happening there.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to talk about that further. Sound asked the question. Thank you, or said, thank you, Peter, Olaf, Rolf, and Jessica. How is it going with Anthony Zender? Hope he is okay.
Oh yeah, he is. He's doing the important mission. Pretty much he being his clone in another context of existence. Just by the way, we talked what is context of existence, and what is the matter of the mission is secret, but we need to get to stop. We need to trying to, because it's like we don't know if it will be successful, but we need to try stop this kind of, do you know what I mean, starting and stopping and whatever do your sorry, you know what I mean, this kind of mirroring.
Right, the information that you shared earlier.
Yeah, the mirroring
Yeah.
of mirroring, and like triple and fourth of mirroring, it's absolutely crazy. Jesus, mirroring, it's yeah. So we can go to.
We have some new Kruger members that are
No, I mean, yes, but we will talk about that later.
Okay. There was a question about and we've covered this already before, because apparently a lot of people are asking us about Kim Gogan and whether or not we're working with her. I've never spoken to her. Peter,
neither me. No.
Right. No. So we don't know where this is coming from. But anyhow, people keep on asking, because we have talked about the NAZIs quite a bit, so they think that it's a similar, which is fine if people want to bring in information.
No, once again, not me, neither you. I don't know.
Or anyone from the ACIO.
No, definitely no.
Okay. No. So they asked, someone asked me about the first time that this black sun image came in, and they asked about it being in Solomon's temple, and I said that I believe it's from a symbol that's much older, even Icelandic runes, or way back in time, because you can see that, and I have some pictures that I can share. Okay, so someone mentioned, I believe it was Freddie L, and he mentioned that the symbols came from Eeyore, which I believe he was referring to as Eeyore Bock.
Yeah.
And we have information, Eeyore Bock, which was someone that he was like he was Finnish, and the family line has a long history of some of the things that he did. I'm going to go back. Here is the Bock Saga, if people wanted to look at that. And here again, it's a really, really good documentary. It talks about, the earlier connection between the Finnish people, and also they talk about Shiva. And so you have like the ancient, like the Sanskrit, the early gods from India, that are interacting on the earth, and it's a really interesting history. There is also here is the runes that I was looking at, and I believe if you go to, let me see if I can find it. And yeah, I mean, you could see some of these symbols, like for example, right here, could be the formation of some of these early. What they did is then they started connecting them and creating something else, like the black sun. But the symbols were already there in early history. Here is, information about the black sun right here for people to look at. A lot of this is just, doing a little bit of research. A lot of this information is here. This is interesting because it talks about the relationship of the black sun, literally, not necessarily the symbol, but the term the black sun, which goes back all the way to well, you see here's the Merovingians. Those are the French. Those that were talking about the Aryan race, but as you scroll down, you'll see that it's connected to just about every culture possible. There's Egypt, there's Greece, there's ancient India. There's also, I think over here, talks about Quetzalcoatl and some of these. So it goes way back. So people are keep on asking me about it, but here is this information. See the black feathered sun. This is part of our history and history of humanity. And here is also the story of Shani, which I did a whole show on, which I'll try to link to this show so you can see. I talked to a man from India who explained the belief of Shani, who was considered the black sun in ancient India. So, and I appreciate those
that's true.
From the early culture there. So, all right, with that, we're gonna come out of
I think we can go. We can
go
move
back.
on.
All right. So I just want to bring that up. All those links will be available for people to research and look at. Well, let me go back up to the questions again. Thank you, Peter, for your patience as I went through that.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So this question is from Chris Lawrence. He said, let's see. I wish to say something. Yes, I understand about the news about wars can be incorrect recently, and at times I wanted to say I hope a group like Kruger is helping civilians in a place like Ukraine. I would expect there is a related super soldier group that is interested. Like in this case, there is news about civilians in Mariupol steel plant. I just thought it would be nice to have super soldiers evacuate civilians if stories like that are true, especially for helping children, which good super soldiers seem to have a heart for. No replies needed. I'm sure Kruger has been active with the current global issues. Thanks for reading, Chris. So that's from Chris Lawrence. And anything you'd like to say, Peter?
Let's say we are doing it in another way. Let's say that way.
So they're not literally showing up and rescuing people, but helping in another way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they are helping. They are helping.
Yep, of course.
Which is good.
Of course.
Here is a question from Norma Maynard. I have a friend that believes he was part of a 20 and back program. He was an Army Ranger 15 years ago. I believe what is being said. My friend hasn't come forward yet and really doesn't really think he should. He had no one believe him until me. I knew about the program, so I didn't think it was crazy. This is the whole thing. There's a lot of soldiers out there, and we've had a concern for a lot of, especially Kruger soldiers that were kind of following along certain people, and then some of those people kind of went down a different direction, and so they really kind of didn't know where to go, and we're welcoming them to come and interact and whatever. We know that some people have already reached out to us. So Peter is here, and
I don't have any problem to talk with those people if they want.
Yeah, so soldiers in particular that kind of were very active and then have had some issues. Maybe we can sort through those things and just send me an email and we'll try to get this taken care of. The next question is from JJ. I'm always wishing Peter can one day reveal himself, at least his shadow. I always watch every video Peter is in. His voice is very enjoyable to hear, even the accent, and portrays himself as very smart. So I know, Peter, you can't show yourself.
No,
I think they just want to see the shadow. Yeah. So I just want to share that because I hear this often, that people would like to see you, but you cannot for security reasons. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, not to put you on the spot, but I want people to know that I do acknowledge their questions, and Peter does as well. The next question is from Bootwhip. Any links to more information for the BFS 450 chips or this company? Also, are they physical implant chips?
Yes,
How
they
are
are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are. They are. They are. They are. They are.
why and what do they do? Can they be deactivated or dissolved?
Deactivated. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next question is from Ujiwal. He said that the Aryans are supposed to be the civilized people, and he's also has the ancient Indian knowledge. And so he said that the Aryans are supposed to be the civilized people, especially since the old times, like the gods, who were civilized and were fair and had good qualities predominant between them. The El people, and have with them the swastika star system from 1.98 billion years ago, which originates and predates history, most advanced civilization in this solar system in the onion layered dimension above.
Yeah, that's true. That can be.
Yeah.
That
So
can be.
everyone sees that the Aryans as being very
Yep,
negative
yep.
because of that incident. Yes. Destrabia 04. Thank you, Jessica and Peter. This further helped understand the ACIO. And this is in regard to the show where you talked about the organization. And thank you. Understanding the ACIO and its mission and purpose. I'm looking forward to disclosures about Lincoln Clay's squad 374. Great news that he wants and can make info public. It would be great if he could come on the show. So they want to meet Lincoln Clay.
Ah, jeez.
Is that ever going to be possible?
I don't know. I don't know. Will be kind of weird. Jeez.
All right, this is another question from Roman Makarov.
I know.
This is a long-awaited info on the structure of the ACIO. Thanks a lot. On the side note, I feel indignant at hearing that people are not ready for free energy, electric cars.
Definitely not. They are not ready for that.
Yeah, the piece about scientists developing something groundbreaking and placed it in another context of existence. Instead of hiding scientists and projects, why not protecting and leaving them on the public and give a go to their projects? If we saw scientists continue to develop their cars working on seed oil or water, if people kept hearing about them, they would grow in consciousness much faster and demand wider spread of such technologies. I understand that powers that would attack the scientists, but it's hiding these people, and technology postpones overall growth of mass awareness and application of these technologies. Good forces sound often defensive rather than offensive against negative forces. So in other words, he's saying, why aren't we just protecting those people and fighting off the negative ones that want to just, prevent the information from coming forward?
Yeah, but still, it will be like shock therapy. You can't make mass shock therapy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Mass shock therapy. One individual, yes, but masses, no, it will end up bad.
So, but eventually it's going to happen, right?
One day.
Knowledge.
Yeah, one day.
Here's another question from Radori. Yeah. Here's the question. The wing makers section was quite fascinating. I think they're referring to the website on the ACIO. Mm-hmm. So he was asking, is Al Bielik is Neruda? He was asking if Al Bielek was Neruda.
No, he's not.
Okay. That disclosure itself really wraps his story up. Thank you for the information. I think the reason why he was asking that is because Al Bielek talks a lot about his experience in meeting the wing makers. So I think they were assuming that he was Neruda. Yeah, but it's not true.
Sorry, Jessica, but I need to go right now. When the heck can we make another part of the show, because I really need to go.
Okay, just let me know whenever you're available.
Okay, so till then.
All right, take care. Bye. Okay, so Peter had to rush off. We're fortunate that he was able to do the show today. He's in the middle of submissions, and he was trying to take care of some very important things. But he kind of cut us short and towards the end, but we did get through some of the questions. We'll do a part 2. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your support and understanding. We're trying to provide information. I know people keep on asking me about certain things, and I'm doing my best to get that information back to you. So everyone, have a great day. Thank you, as I said, for your continuous support, and stay positive, stay strong, be well, keep healthy, and we will continue on this journey. Have a good day.
You have been listening to the Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Marrocco. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Visit www.acio-agency.org and www.readingsbyarael.com. Post your questions and comments below. We look forward to hearing from you. Feel free to support our work. All links can be found in the description. Thank you.